consistent PR diagram. In this short video, I'm going to walk you through each table in the design, explain its attribute, and shows how everything ties together to manage library operations. From tracking books and author to land copy and handling lab. We begin with category books and author. Grouped by categories, the table category define category for samples like fantasies and fictions and non-fiction, science or history. It includes the category ID, which is the primary key, and category name, both not known. Category D would be like integers, and category name would be text. The descriptions is optional. The category ID is a foreign keys to another table. This is the table book. In the table book, which contain more information about each book title, including the ISBN title and category itself. So it's this is the foreign key for the table category, and the relationship is one to many. And then we have all the information such as publication year, publisher, and total copy. Alright, let's move to the table author. We have the table author have the author ID as a primary key. So the table author captures detail about the author, such as the name, first and last, and then the years of birth, nationality, and short biography. Both first name and last name, I left it at not known because this is very important. And then we come to the table book author. This is the combinations between the book and the author. It's how to establish the relationship many to many. They get the primary key as a book author ID, and the book ID they get it from the table book. Relationship one to many. Same here for the author ID. We get it from the table author. Relationship also one to many. Next row here links the book and the author itself. Next one, we will just quickly go through brand and the staff table. The brand table, which store the information about each library location. Each brand has the ID, the brand's name, and the contact detail. There's also a manager's ID field which reference to the staff member who act as the brand managers. This is the because I said it at like one-to-one relationship, so I need to set like the manager's ID to make sure that like only one staff can manage one brand. And then we move to the table staff. The table holds the detail of every staff member in the library, includes their name, email, positions, and phone number. We also have the brand's ID, which is the foreign key from the table brand. And the last one will be the hire day. Let's move to the table member. The table member will includes all the information about the member, includes the name, the email for address and registration day. They also have the membership status. If you can see it clearly, so the member ID will be a foreign keys in another table, which is like table borrowing. I can talk about it later. For the brands, like besides the list one to many to table staff, we also have another one for as a foreign keys for the table book copy. Let's jump to the table book copy to see what it is. So this table helps us to track the individual physical copy of a book. This copy is unique, identified by the copy ID, which is reference to the book ID as a relationship by one to many. When it's come to the brands, we also have like the foreign keys from the table brands, and then the table also includes the status to indicate whether it is available or not or under repair, and of course there is acquisition date as well. Let's move forward to the table borrowing and find. The duo help us to track all of the current borrowings and associate fine. The table borrowing record all the loan transactions. Each entry includes the copy ID, which is the foreign keys to the book copy, and member ID is associated with the member who loaned the book, who borrowed the book, and the staff ID refers to the staff member who finished the transactions. If a book is returned, they will have like update the return date, but of course like for borrow and due dates, those information should be input like fully. Well, and the next one is the table fine, and the table handle all of the overdue or damage fee is linked back to the specific borrow transactions from the borrowing table, and track the amount, the reasons, and the issue days of the fine. And also we have status whether it has been paid by the payment day and payment status. So together, this table and the relationship ensure that every aspect of the library, branch, staff member, book author, copy, loan, and file are fully integrated. This ER diagram provides the backbone of our library management system and enable efficient management of the library operations and the seamless tracking of the resources. Okay, so in the next part, I will just go through like how we can input a record. Now we will make the tables and record using the SVL code. Okay, firstly, I just copy the code that I prepare into the table to the SVL server. This is the 10 table that we have. We go to execute SVLs. Database. Execute SVL and copy the code. So you will see that on the table is here. We have table branch with all associated key. This is the foreign keys to the table staff ID. On updates, like we cascade to the table, and if we delete the staff ID, they should like cascade they also like set none for the record in the related table branch. This is table start. Okay, create the table member. As you can see here, membership status which need to be classified active, expire, or suspend. Okay, we have the create table. Table book, it's foreign key, reference form, category ID table. And this is the start table to have to establish with many-to-many relationship between the authors and the book. This is book copy, book borrowing, so I just simply run it. Okay, if we see it here on a table, so remake perfectly, yeah. And in the next one, I will just need to import the record. So I already prepare like 30 record for each table at least, and then we just need to import it. Yeah. So there is no error for importing the record, so database should work very well. You can see here all the information is here. Okay, so it's done for the database itself, and then after I did it, I was just sell all of my project. Database as I will just save it in my Google Cloud Drive. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the Google Colab, and then we just manipulate the information from the notebook. So I already remake activity hide to workbook. Okay. So firstly, I will just download the database for. I need to connect it first. The file from Google Drive using GDAWs. Then I import all of the necessary library, and then I establish the connections. Okay, so the first one, I will just split all the table in the SQL master. As you can see here, all the table up here. Okay, that's a good sign. And then in the next one, I just write a syntax to print all of the data to inspect beforehand. Okay. And the next one, I just print all of data inside of the database. So you see here we have column name and on the record. So each table they have approximately 30 to 32 record. Yeah. Okay. So the first command I want to check, so I run the syntax to find all of the suspend member. So I just run it here. So I just found that like those the suspend member, and in the next part I will find all the related book with the file ID, and then all of the detail of the file. Here, ID the book the fluent in Python, we have the penalties of $5, and the reason for this is the rate return. So this one we just combine using joins to combine between table find and table borrowing and table book copy. Those are joining by the borrow ID between the table find and table borrowing, and for table book copy I'm using the to join the borrow things copy ID with the copy ID, and then I go for the next step, the table book ID and the book copy ID. So all together I make that query with all of that combination. Okay, and then I count the book by author. So pretty simple. I just use select and then use the LabJoy for table book author and table book on the related foreign key and the primary key, and then I group by nationalities and category name. So this is the final result. It looks pretty good. So the maximum the most book counts like around half from America. Yeah, with 4 copy. Yeah, most of the other few we just only have 1 or 2 or copy. And then I use this instance to insert the 3 book into our database. I intentionally put the book category wrong. It should be number 3, which is for fantasy, kid fantasy, but I put it at 1 so that we can change it later. So after we add, you see that delay here. So okay, and then I go to update the category name. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, there's a 2 record for 32 and 33. I intentionally put the wrong category. It should be 3 children book instead of number 1. Let's look what is number 1 for. Sorry. So the number 1. The number 1 is the fantasy. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So after I do it, they all become number 3. Yeah. See, 32, 33. And then I use this instance to update the author birth years. Okay. So the last name of the author I want to amend is the Mr. Cholet. If you remember as well, he is the author of the book. Deep learning with Pythons, if I remember correctly. This is recommended by Professor Reza. Okay. So his actual years of birth is 1989. Okay. So I print everything to check again. And then in the next one, what I try to do, I just try to delete 1 row up from the staff ID table. I reprint it to check, and unfortunately for some reasons it didn't cascade to didn't update like new value for the main library. This is some probably some technical issue, or I will look further later. And in the next part, I will just okay. Sorry. Okay, I should run. So I reprint the data and there's no start ID with number 1. Let's see whether it's reflect in the library. So it doesn't reflect. Okay. The next one is the file summary. The combination between the join table and the group by and order by. Okay, so I just joining the two table, like table book and the book copy using the book ID, and then also do it with the borrowing as well. Also, I'm using the borrowing ID to link with the table 5 to identify like how much is the total amount of 5 per for each record. Okay, let's see what happened. So we have like the summary table here, so we know like which one is under file record. We have here the Fluent Pythons. It will file twice, and the total file will be 10. It's very compact and everything. So that's it for today. Thank you for spending your time looking at my presentations, and hopefully you find it very useful. Thank you.